Alright, so today we installed our direct drive that I've had for a really long time for the Ender 3. I did it off camera, and as you can hear right now that's printing. Let me show you. This is the first print on it, so it may look a little jacked up. I just did a quick level on the bed, so we'll see what's going on here. Hold on. Alright, so it is printing a plate that I'm going to set my hobby wing on for the slash. So far this is the setup though. So instead of having the stepper motor in the back here to step down the filament, it's all built into one. So you can kind of see how that works. This cover removes. There's a fan there, a fan there. Then you got your hot end, or whatever they call it, on the back side there. And instead of having the big long tube that runs through, you basically just have from here down to there. That's pretty much it. And what I've done here is I've just kind of zip tied to the back here. You have to do a little bit of wiring down here. Now if you look, let me get a little flashlight here where you can see. If you look back there, you see that little screw right there? That has to be removed, and there's 3 screws on the bottom here. Underneath here is your board. Now let me get out the paperwork here. You have to do a little bit of wiring. It's not hard. There's no soldering or anything like that. So let me get that out and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here is the wiring diagram for the direct drive. And as you see, it looks very complicated. It's really not. A lot of this stuff is already plugged in at the top. You don't have to worry about that. Your fan that is on the cover plate will be plugged into here. I suggest you unplug that to give you a little better spacing to kind of work on everything. But basically you have a couple wires here. They're ground and positive. And then you have your hot end and your 12 volt on the other side down here. These two in the middle, don't remember if they're used or not. I can't remember. Basically you have your fan here that gets connected and your E-temp. That's pretty much all you do. Now when you take this all apart, it's going to look a little jacked up, so let me pull some of these parts out. Okay, I'm a little bit of a conservative fella, so I like to save everything. You never know if you're going to be needing it for something later. Here is the spring tensioner, the thing that the screw plugs in, or screws into for the spring tensioner. All the other screws that go in the back. This is your stepper motor that would originally, go back here. And basically they give you an extension cable for here that plugs into there. It comes over there and plugs into that. And as you can see, just from time and everything, you get some crap down in there. So this motor's still good. I could use it if I want, but I was having a problem with the hot end here. The hot end kept giving me a high temp error and shutting the printer down, telling me to reset it. So this is another hot end that I had just bought not too long ago to replace the original. Let me get that one out. Here is the original. I still got some good nozzles. I honestly don't remember which one's 2 and 4 millimeter. I couldn't tell you. And then I got the good nozzle right here as well. This is a black and hardened tip that I bought a while back. These two are the brass, I think, that came with it. I'm not sure. But basically, these things are super easy to switch out. But when they start having problems, I'm finding out that it's probably just a better idea to just go and replace them, because they start having wiring issues and stuff, and it just becomes a real pain in the ass to deal with. So here's the original. Here's the one I upgraded to that I've been running for a while. This is all the production prints that I made on my Etsy shop. So I made quite a bit of money off this one here. I can't really complain. So I guess I'm just going to have to stock up on these, I guess. But anyway, so you still have a lot of good pieces here. This is your fan, Shroud, and it has a good fan on the side and the front. And your wiring harness obviously is still good. And this is what I was talking about with the plug and play. So you have a few of these wires here, as you can see, that you plug in and you screw down on the board, and then the rest of them are just connectors that you connect in. Like here's one, there's another one, and they have some glue on these boards too, guys, so keep that in mind. There's like hot glue on there. I guess it's to hold it in place. I did not put any back, so if they come off, I will be putting them on. This is what the that head's set on, and you have your belt that connects to one part of each side, and I just loosened the bottom here and slapped it on. It sits on that rail over there. Now this one here is a little looser. It kind of fits loose, and as you can see on all these, there's no way to adjust these. So once you get them locked in, it's locked in. So I don't really know what I'm going to do about that. I'm doing my basic test print here to find out if there is any issues, and if so, what I can do to fix it. So this is kind of like the test, just to see how it performs, what it does as far as printing and that kind of stuff. So I'll be doing a few more of these just to kind of check it out. But as you can see, I'm still using my my mat that came with the printer. Actually, I lied. This is a one that I bought. I have another one around here somewhere that I use for my 3D pen. So whenever I print on a 3D pen, I lay my second mat down and I do like a trace model or something like that, and then I'll trace off of that and build up if I need to. It usually works out pretty well. Now you'll notice over here I still have the old board that the Ender 3 Pro came with. I have not upgraded that yet. I actually want to, but I just haven't gotten around to it because this printer a lot of times is used for production prints. I sell airsoft things and stuff like that on my Etsy store, so I kind of been using it for that, and I haven't really done much other than that. I mean, I make some parts for my RC stuff here and there, but it keeps me busy with that, and the stuff I'm doing with my RC, so I haven't really gotten any further with my thought process, at least as of right now. So this is a welcome upgrade as long as it works, which is kind of what I'm testing. And here is the tubing that I was talking about that you will be taking out. This connects to the stepper motor parts on the top, right here. And then you have your apparatus that goes like that with the spring in between that puts the tension on the line and brings it through. All this stuff is still good, by the way. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Here's my 3D printed wheel that I put on the top of here, because when I would feed the line through, instead of trying to push it through and wiggling the line and stuff like that, it's much easier to just crank it in. And this worked out great. That was a great upgrade. I really like that. So that's kind of where everything is as far as right now. We're going to check out this print here in a minute and see how well it performs, what it looks like. So far it looks like it's printing really good. This is basically what I use to level the bed. As you can see, it's basically just a piece of a folder that I cut out because the thickness is pretty close to what I wanted. I don't remember what the thickness is. I got dial calipers over there that I could check, but the battery's dead in it right now, so I don't remember what the thickness is supposed to be, but this was really close, so I just kind of kept it around. I got more pieces of it somewhere else, but basically when I do my bed leveling, I have a bed leveling program that I found, and it starts on this corner, then goes to that one, then the center. And each one that it goes to, you move your set wheels down there. Move them in, move them out, whatever. And you can also move your guide over here. This is your stop. So you'll notice that the little spring thing there, I forget what that's called. Sorry, I'm horrible with names and stuff, guys. When it comes down, that tells it where to stop. So you got one there. You also have one over here on the side. You have one for the bed that goes back and forth underneath. And generally, there's not a lot of maintenance that you need to do to these beds anyway, or the printer in general. These are pretty solid. And I also wanted to do the direct drive because I plan on printing some PEGT, or whatever they call that. I have it down here. I'm going to be making some of my own tires, so I really wanted to get that upgraded anyway. So we'll just see how this turns out and then go from there. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this today. Like I said, I've got some more stuff like this coming. I haven't done anything 3D printed for a while. I get really busy with work and everything. I just wanted to kind of, bring it back into the fold here because it is what I do. And I do make quite a bit of money off of this thing. Originally when I bought it, it was just to kind of print my own stuff, for cars and everything that I couldn't find and all that jazz. Since then I've learned how to do a little bit of 3D modeling. I've created my own 3D printed crawler, the 124 scale. That turned out really fantastic, and I've done some other things too, so I want to get back into it a little bit more. Once the winter months and stuff get here again, I'm sure I'll be playing around with it even more because I'm inside more, but we'll see how this turns out here, and I'll try to make it a little more regular on what to do and how to do it, and finding prints and stuff on like Thingiverse or I think the other one is Yegi, and I'll also walk through how to do a basic something on one of the 3D modelers. So yeah, we'll do some of this stuff here and there, and we'll start getting a little bit more back into the 3D printing, because I know a lot of people have asked me about it and how you do this and where do you come up with that and where do you get your files, do you make them, all this jazz. So I'm gonna start doing a little more. So hope you guys like it, like I said, and don't forget to like and subscribe.